Hey YouTube, SWBF Stevo here. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I'm sorry, I've just been busy, haven't really been doing much for Yu-Gi-Oh! Other than like looking up stuff. Haven't gone to any real events, so I haven't really had anything to put up. So I'm really sorry about that. Just an update. I will be putting up more videos in the future, more specifically sometime later May and the summer, because May is when I graduate, so I'll be doing a lot more stuff involving Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll have a lot more time to do videos like this and give you content that you want. So another thing that I've seen is I've seen my other videos, and I always thought that they were kind of a little boring, you know. So I was just talking to you, and it sounded really boring. So for this video and my future videos, I'm gonna try and make it sound more exciting, make it more interesting. So just do other stuff like that. So if you didn't think my other videos were boring, thank you. If you did, let me know. Let me know what I can help do better, keep you interested, help get more people subscribed so they can get those future videos that I'll be doing. So yeah, that's just a small update. Anyways, this is a ban list video. You know what? I'm gonna let you see my face, because yeah, okay. I don't want you to just see my face. So anyways, this is a ban list discussion video. It's not necessarily my predictions, but it's just an overall thought of possible cards that could go on the list, come off the list, etc. Just a discussion like that. Along with some specific cards that a lot of people are talking about, and then I'll also have a discussion with other cards that you don't know specifically what. Yeah. Okay. So this video is probably going to be two parts, because I made this video before, it didn't have any audio, so I had to fix that, and it was like 30 minutes long between the two of them. So I'm going to try and go really fast through this video. I'll make it into two parts, so yeah, bear with me here. Anyways, I'm going to start with ban possible cards. I'll turn this down. Alright, so for ban cards, first of all, Saiyan. A lot of people, everybody's saying Saiyan needs to be banned. Tour Guide, it'll help balance Tour Guide or make it less good, because obviously they won't hit Tour Guide because it's TCG exclusive. So hit the Saiyan, and I mean, it's not just Tour Guide, but I mean, it can search out your Maxis, your Effect Veilers, I mean, DD Crow, whatever, you're just good cards, Veiler, Spore, more Tour Guides, I don't know. So, I mean, it's just an overall good card, and I think it's ready to go, unless Tour Guide gets hit to like 1 or something. So, yeah, that's the first one. Next one, Mind Control. With Exceeds out, along with Synchros, everybody says it's time for Mind Control to get banned. I mean, take down Monster. You can get a flip effect if you want, or you can just Exceed with it. So all in all, Mind Control is ready to go. I don't think anybody has any disagreements with this. Next one, Dushu. This is probably the one of the ban cards that I am the most iffy on, because I mean, it's balanced, but I mean, the problem is, if you open with it, you almost always win. So I definitely see this card as a possible thing, but if it doesn't get banned, I mean, for sure, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. So, I mean, it's just one of those, if it gets hit, it gets hit. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, another card I want to talk about, Dandelion. Dandelion needs to get hit, because, I mean, Plant Engine is still strong, and it's still going long, or it's still going strong. I mean, we've had it for so many formats, and they've hit Lone Fire to hurt it, they hit Dandy to 1, so I think it's finally time to hit Dandy 1, kill the Plant Engine, and maybe be able to eventually bring back Lone Fire to 2 and help other decks. But I mean, Dandelion is just so ridiculous. I mean, it's an easy Trish play, it's easy pluses with formula and stuff like that. It's the reason Debris went down to 1, Debris you can Trish, Debris you can Black Rose, 2 tokens, etc. So Danny is the one that needs to get hit. Bring Lone Fire and Debris maybe back to 2. So definitely banned. Blackluster Soldier is the next one. Now this card is a definitely needs to be banned card. not necessarily means that it'll happen. Konami brought it back because it was coming in the Gold Series, you know, make money off of it, and it's coming out as a Gold Series in Japan, I believe, this summer. So there's another possibility that it won't be banned again. So who knows? It may not. I personally do not think it will actually get banned. I hope with Enduring Passion that it does. But I mean, if it does, I don't want something else to come back to replace it, which I will talk about in Limited. Continuing on, next is Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn has been around for like 2 formats. It's like the second best top deck in the game, apart from BLS. It's just ridiculous. You can bring back synchros. You can, I mean, just do a whole sorts of things with it. And I mean, I think it's time for it to get banned again. I mean, Call of the Hunt is it too, so that's fine. So I think it's time to go away for a format or two and then eventually come back. But for now, I think it should get banned again. Okay, next up is Dark Hole. Dark Hole, I don't think needs to be banned. I think it's balanced. It keeps people from overextending. So I think it's fine where it is. If it gets banned, I mean, I don't know, but I think it should stay at 1. I think it's perfectly okay for now, at least. So I think it can stay where it is. And lastly, Heavy Storm. A lot of people are saying Heavy Storm should get banned again. MST is at 3. It's okay, but I think to myself, no. It brings more skill to the game. It's fine. It prevents 5 back row. And I mean, I love to set back row on control. And I was always against Heavy Storm. I hate the card, but it's just like, I know it needs to stay. It needs to help balance the game. It needs to bring more skill back into the game. So stay. For those of you that want to ban, no, just leave it. Okay. Next up, we've got our limited cards. Limited cards. I'm going to start with limited cards that might come back off the list. And I'm going to start with, first of all, with the most likely one, or the one I hope is most likely, is Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression, I think, got banned last format. I don't know. It got banned a format or 2 ago. But I think it needs to come back. A lot of people think it needs to come back. I think it needs to help. It'll help stop the special summoning problem. It'll maybe help to stop Tour Guide a little bit. And just all that other stuff, maybe give anti-meta a little boost. And besides, MST is at 3 right now, so I think it's balanced unless it gets hit to like 1. But I mean, there's still dust in it, so I don't know. But I think this is a card that definitely needs to come back, and I think it'll help solve a lot of problems, and it'll solve more than it'll create, in my opinion. Next up is Giant Trunade. Everybody is like, leave Heavy, put MST back to 1, bring back Trunade. I disagree. I think Trunade is too abusable right now. MST to 1 is no. I think MST should go to 2, but I'll talk about that later. But I think Giant Trunade should stay where it is. I mean, Call of the Hunt is at 2. It's abusable, and just resetting, it's just ridiculous being able to reuse stuff. So I think it should stay banned. Don't bring it back, at least for now. Next I'm going to talk about Dark Magician of Chaos. A lot of people think this should come back. No, it shouldn't come back. Card is too good. I mean, Gold Sark, DDR, add more spells to your hand, just keep DDRing it, eventually get back Heavy, get back Monster Reborn, bring back Dark Hole, who knows what. So it's just too abusable of a card, and it should stay where it is. Same thing with Chaos Emperor Dragon. If either of these come back, BLS should get banned. But, I mean, I think BLS is probably the most, what's the word I want? Balanced of the 3, at least for now. You might disagree, but I think it is. So, I mean, if anything, leave BLS, keep those banned, but preferably keep all of them banned. So, yeah. Next one is Magician of Faith. I definitely see this as a possibility, just many other people. It's a great possibility, but I am indifferent towards it coming back, and I more see it not coming back than it would. I mean, I think it's balanced for now. I mean, being able to take 1 and bring back cards like Heavy Storm and Monster Reborn and Dark Hole. I mean, just the thing of, oh, they played Heavy Storm first turn, they killed my 1 back row, now I can set my other 3 or 4, and it just, you know, so I think it'll help provide more balance that way. So I think it's definitely a possibility, even though I doubt overall I think it will. Now for just cards going to 1. Leviair. Rescue Rabbit's doing fairly well in the OCG, at least last I heard, and Leviar is a big portion of that. And I mean, it's good in so many of their decks right now, and Leviar in general is just doing so well in the OCG. So everybody knows it's going to get limited. So I mean, this is mainly OCG stuff, and it'll get limited. Next thing I'm going to talk about cards I don't have. Christia. Christia says because agents need to get hit, people are like, okay, limit Christia, fixes the problem. I disagree. I think Christia is perfectly balanced at 2. I don't think it's overpowered. I think it's easy enough, because I mean the problem with most decks now is it's all control or it's all special summoning. I think formats are great when you have a balance of both, and Christia just kills the complete special summoning aspect. With a more control aspect, I mean, it's not as good. So I think leaving it at 2 is perfectly fine, and hitting another portion of the deck is better, which I will talk about later. Next is well, I forgot to talk about Tribe Infecting Virus from coming back. I'm indifferent. I don't think it'll come back. If it does, yeah. But I mean, overall, I think it should just stay banned. It's fine where it is. It doesn't need to create problems that we don't. It just doesn't need to create problems, so keep it banned for now. Another thing, Wind Up Zenmaines, I think is what it is. Well, Zenmaines in general. The card is so good. I mean, easy. You can go into it with Tour Guide. I mean, you can get 2 on the field, or you can get 2 in a game. And I mean, the pluses you can generate out of it are just insane. The only outs are like removing it from play, compulse, prison if they attack, which is unlikely. So I mean, I think it's good if it went to 1. If it doesn't, I definitely see it not going to 1. But I mean, going to 1, I think would balance it a lot. I think it'll balance it pretty well. Next one is Wind Up Zenmaity, which is a new release, and it's huge on the loop. On ban, I forgot to talk about Wind Up Hunter. So, moving back. Wind Up Hunter, I think, needs to be banned to stop that hand loop. And I'm going to combine this with it, because Zenmaity gives a bonus to the wind-ups, and it helps, and it's one of those money cards with Konami from Order of Chaos, whatever, and stuff. So I would think that they would rather ban the Hunter and stop the loop rather than hit Zenmaity and possibly hurt wind-ups more than they and others want them to. So Zenmaity can stay at 3, maybe go to 2, but Hunter, I think, overall needs to get banned. Get it banned, okay? Next one is Ojama Trio. I play. What's really annoying is the burn decks, and Ojama Trio is a huge part of the reason why they're so good, because of the ability to use Just Desserts and now Secret Barrel and stuff like that, and just get like an extra 1500 and stuff, and prevent your opponent from summoning monsters, and that kind of thing. So Ojama Trio, I think, should go back to 1 the way it was. Yeah. And then next thing I want to talk about is Solemn Warning. Such a great card. It's a huge card in the format right now. The main reason I have this on here is because it's so good, but it's a maybe because MST is high, so it can help prevent this. But with Oppression possibly coming back, they might limit this to balance it out, maybe. But I personally kind of don't want them to, but at the same time I kind of do. I mean, in order to bring back Royal if they think that they have to limit this to bring back Royal Oppression, that is fine with me. But I mean, who knows what they could do with this? I think it'll stay at 2, but it might go to 1 for the Royal Oppression. But I mean, I think for now it'll stay where it is. And lastly, Thunder King Ryo. Everybody is like, limit that Thunder King Ryo, because people are running it in like 3s in their decks, and it's like it's an anti-meta card, it's a side deck card. You should not be maining 3s. And I agree with them to a point, but limiting it, I think, is too much, because limiting a card like this just kind of makes it meh. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get it 1 out of like 40 to 42 cards. I think semiing it is probably the most balanced thing to do, so you can leave it as a side deck card and make an influence, and it'll still make the anti-meta decks alright with it. So limiting it, I think, is extreme. Semi-limiting it is where I think it should be, but who knows what Konami will do. I mean, they may limit it, because I mean, even in the OCG, I mean, people are maining this at 3. So hopefully it only goes to 2 if it gets hit. if it goes to 1, I'd be quite sad. So, let's see on time. Where was it? Yeah, anyways, so that'll be part 1 of the video, banned and limited. I'm going to move on to semi-limited and unlimited in the next video, along with talking about other cards that may or may not get hit, but not necessarily know if this specific card should get hit. So it's more like cards in a deck that could possibly get hit out of a deck that needs to get hit. And stuff like that. But before I end this, I almost forgot about Agent Thing, Venus and Hyperion. 2 major cards. Hyperion is like a dad. It helps control the grave for Christia, so I think it should go to 2. Same with Venus. I mean, first turn, 1500 pluses. It's ridiculous. I think semiing Venus will help stop those pluses for first turns, and like Trish plays, and I mean just stuff like that. So I mean, I think it's balanced. I think they should both go to 2 and allow for something else to go into that deck, which may or may not. So I think maybe Hyperion to 2 will affect it a little bit, but Venus to 2 I think will not necessarily affect it too much in a negative way, and I think it'll allow for the opportunity for it to grow and you know, expand the possibilities of the deck. So yeah, anyways, so that's gonna end my video for part 1, and I'll see you in part 2. Alright, I guess I'll peace.